Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Kamila Zikra. Okay, here I want to review about the journal. The title is Analyze the Speaking and Writing Competence of an Indonesian Student in the USA, a Case Study. The writer was Delvia Rosa from Muhammadiyah Riau University. It was published in Journal of English for Academic in February 2022. This journal has 15 page. The writer used 34 references to write this journal. Not long after the proclamation of freedom in Indonesia, English was chosen as the first foreign language in the country instead of Dutch, the language of people of Netherlands who ruled Indonesia for centuries. Mr. 2005, the way English is spoken and written has become the primary problem of Indonesian students in learning English. Furthermore, the diversity of the dialects and cultural backgrounds of people across Indonesia also make it difficult to learn Gupron 2009. Since Bahasa Indonesia is also used as the national language, there is no reason for the people to learn the language. Siregar 2010. Despite the issues of English as a foreign language in Indonesia, Lauder 2008 states that it is now considered as an access to international markets, scientific knowledge, and expertise, and it is needed for the country's development, especially for researchers and academics. Therefore, their communicative competence in English is necessary to fulfill their intentions, mainly in speaking and writing. It is because writing and speaking are the most crucial skills needed for researchers and academics so they can do presentation in seminar and conference internationally, give lectures in English, write English research journal and articles, and continue their study to postgraduate and postdoctoral studies abroad. Okamura 2006. Several studies have discussed about the theory. Hakim and Saputra 2018 have determined the strengths and weakness of learner of English as a foreign language by using this GC theory. However, the theory was used to find an approach of how to improve the students' speaking in performance through their speaking errors. Likewise, U.S. Juan and Martinez for 2008 also used this theory as an approach for the learners to acquire the communicative ability, but in foreign language skills such as listening, reading, speaking, and writing. In this journal, the participant was a 33-year-old researcher working in one of government institutions in Indonesia and was studying in a university in the United States. He used Bahasa Indonesia both at home and work, but spoke English during his study in the US. He began studying English when he was in junior high school and has spent most of this time in Indonesia. The reasons the author chose him because the first, his mother tongue was not English, second, his major was not English, and third, he began studying in English from the beginner level. Fourth, he was studying abroad, and the last, due to his job, he wrote journals and joined conferences. To collect the data about the participant's ability in speaking and writing, he was given spoken and written tests in an IELTS-like test format. Karim and Haq 2014 believed that the speaking ELTS test is suitable for test takers. Based on the format of the questions in the ELTS speaking test, it can be concluded that the test ranges from easy to difficult. In the writing test, the participant was asked to write two models of the ELTS like writing task, academic and general training. Since the participant is a researcher, the academic writing was intended to investigate his ability in formulating language in scientific and academic areas, while the general training writing was intended to investigate his ability in writing and social context. In collecting the data for the speaking task, the researchers employed the Skype application to conduct an interview. Due to the considerable distance between the researcher and the participant, according to Gubrium and Holstein, 2001, online interview has great advantage as the cost is lower and it is accessible in terms of location and time. However, it also has the technical challenge in the complementation which can be problematic, such as bad signal, broken sounds, and noises. There are some findings and this discussion. The first, speaking task evaluation, the researchers conducted a virtual interview with the participant through Skype, which was successfully recorded. Second, socio-cultural competence. Based on the interview, it was found that the participant had a sense of politeness in responding to the author's request. Yes, ma'am. In response to questions, and he also introduced himself well formally. Third, discourses competence. During the interview, the participant was successful in connecting words using conjunction when talking and managed to be coherent in delivering his ideas. Fourth, linguistic competence. Some grammatical and lexical errors were produced by the participants, such as subject and verb agreement, tenses, part of speech, clauses, and common errors in constructing sentence. The fifth, interactional competence. When asked by the interviewer, the participant described his feeling and opinions by using sentences like, I have no idea, I think, I prefer, I cannot imagine. And six, strategic competence. The frequent use I mean by the participant example of strategic competence where he attempts to repair his speaking ability. The sound as oh was also included in many instances of the participant responses. And seven, writing test evaluation. The writing data given was to models of ELTS like writing test, academic, and general training tests. The tests were spent by email and they were answered and typed by the participant in the format of Microsoft Word. The writing data was taken by these methods due to the distance between the author and the participant. And eight, socio-cultural competence in the writing task. The participant mentioned called Jakarta in academic writing, which indicates his background. And nine, discourse competence. The written data obtained was considered coherent as both tests described were word. And 10, formally competence. There was chunks of word encountered such as I hope this email finds you well for your information. um, 11, linguistic competence. There were several errors found in the writing test essence to the participant. Firstly, subject and verb agreement errors were such as raw material used in making comment are there are many reasons the number of traffic is significantly decreased. Moreover, there were also several errors in expressions of quantity with singular or plural nouns, many reasons, other cultures. And 12, interactional competence. A and GTW part 2 require the participant to give opinion and a perform well in the argumentative text. C abundance, which is international. And 13, strategic competence. And for the conclusion, the study focused on the analysis of the communicative competence of an Indonesia student who is studying in one of universities in the USA. The main focus was in the speaking and writing competence. The competences were evaluated by the theory of communicative competence suggested by Sales Murcia 2008, which consists of social cultural competence, research competence, formal competence, linguistic competence, international competence, and strategic competence. The theory of CC is assumes to be engaged with knowledge, skills, and human action, refer Through the data analysis, it can be concluded that the participant demonstrates real indices both in speaking and writing despite some limitations found in his work, especially regarding grammar, which is related to linguistic competence. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.